All right. So, hi. How are you? How's the podcast been for you so far? I want to hear from you. I want to learn from you in the chat. How's it been? Has it helped you? Has it made you better? Do you hate me a little more than you did before? I mean, I know you don't hate me. So, do you love me more? Are we now best friends? Do you literally connect to me and you're like, I get it, I've been there, and all of that? Let me know in the chats, right? I'm gonna check out the chats and hear back from you and all that fun stuff. So let's go, people. Let's go. I'm excited for today's talk. Mentorship, them or me? Who's responsible? Hmm, I know, right? Mentorship and sustain friends. Who's responsible for the mess I found myself in? I've paid for coaching programs, but my life is still the same. Help me. Okay, now let's be serious though. Mentorship is 90% you, 10% the mentor. Yes. Calm down. I know you're pissed and all. I know that you're like, don't tell me that nonsense and all of that. Hear me out though. The truth is that the mentor wants to help you, the mentor wants to teach you, the mentor wants to empower you, the mentor wants to position you for greatness, for more, and all of that. However, the mentor is limited by you. So, for example, you signed up for Deborah Squad, and I want to teach you. I want your life to change. I literally want you to pivot from where you are to where you got to be. But if you're not paying attention to the teachings, if you're not listening to this podcast, if you're not doing the assignments, if you're not participating in all the things that has been set out for you, then your life is going to remain the same after this, and you're going to say I didn't do a good job, and that's not true, because I recorded podcasts for you, girl. No, I'm not being violent, I'm not angry, but I'm just telling you that you have a large part of the responsibility. Now you're like, but what about lazy mentors? I'm willing to do the work, but I got lazy mentors, mentors that want me to do work, but they're not willing to teach me anything, not willing to show me anything. Oh, yes, baby. Mentors can be lazy too. And it's sad when we promise to invest in grooming people or making people better, but don't actually do the work to get them better, to help them, to empower them, and all that fun stuff. However, we've got our part to play, and the part that we need to play is actually participating in the very things that we signed up for. If I did a survey right now and I said to you, how many courses have you signed up for from lockdown till date, you're going to give me a number. How many courses have you finished from lockdown to date that you signed up for? That number is going to be significantly lower than the first number. Why? Because we start so much and we lose interest. We start so much and we're like, why did I pay for this? I can't get through with this. My life just got busy. I just got a job. I just got a boyfriend. I just got this. I just got that. And we give excuses upon excuses upon excuses for the very things that were meant to empower us. So, whose responsibility is it for mentorship? It's your responsibility. When you find a mentor that God has chosen for you, I mean, it's easy to say, I want a mentor in my professional field and all, and I like this person, I like that person, I want to work with this person because I feel that they get me, they get my desires, they get everything. I want to work with them. Great, fine. I agree with you. I don't disagree with you, not even for a second. However, that somebody looks good on paper does not mean that they look good in reality. That somebody looks good in the fact that they get results doesn't mean that they have the ability to teach. Being able to convert your knowledge into something that you can teach another and something that can be converted to make impact in another person's life, it's a totally different ball game. Because many of us, and I repeat this with so much confidence. Many of us can learn, many of us can execute, but very few of us can actually get the work done. Very few of us can actually put in the time, the effort, the energy to teach people, to say, this is how I got here. And if you do this, this, and this is how you're going to get here. And the first key to mentor people is love. Your heart has got to be full of love for the very people that you have to mentor. And I'm speaking to you as a mentee and a mentor. All right, so I'm speaking to you as someone who has the potential to be a mentor. Don't be one of those people who are going to start courses and then, put people in trouble because they're paying for your courses and then they're not learning anything. They're paying for your courses and their time is being wasted. Their lives is being put on hold because they have to listen to you who doesn't know how to teach, you that is not passionate about it, but you just see coaching as an extra stream of income. So if you're actually going to mentor people, coach people, teach people, let your heart be full of love, so that there are times where people will piss you off. People will okay, I had people once sign up for Deborah Squad coaching and never showed up to class, ever showed up to class. And then it was time to graduate. I could have said, you've paid me, whatever, peace out, y'all, later. However, I now took time. You heard me. I took my time and I set up 3 extra classes for them. Why did I set up 3 extra classes for them? Because I couldn't afford to release them to the world half baked, even though that action cost me. They didn't pay me extra. So you must now realize that it is very, very important that we begin to look at the other side of the coin, look at the people. And when we notice that people are feeling demotivated, it's now on you. You have to take the onus to say, okay, what's wrong? What's the missing link? Is it me? Is it something that's going on in their lives? You go to their inbox, you check up on them. What's going on? How's it going? How can I help you be better? How can I help you do better? How can I help you achieve better? How can I help you see differently? How can I help you live differently? How can I help you have a different outcome? My job is to move you from where you are to where you need to be. And for me to be able to do that, your cooperation is required. And if you're going to do that and invest in people, you may lose money, but you will gain loyalty. You may lose money, but you're going to gain those people for life, because people are going to say, oh, wow, she's not getting paid for this, but she's willingly interested in you. And then if you feel like, I don't have time for that, set up systems and structures that makes it possible. Get a staff that's going to go to their inbox and find out, hey, you registered for this course. We noticed that the last 6 weeks you've not checked in. What's going on? It's a 9 months, it's a 9-week course. 6 weeks you've not checked in. What's happening? You paid for this. You understand? So there are certain times that you need to put all these things in consideration, all these things in place, all these things. You need to look at the big picture. How do I help this person? How do I help this person have a different outcome? How do I help this person live differently? How do I help this person see a different possibility? How do I help this person reshape the framework or the mindset that they've carried thus far? How do I empower this person to see a different possibility other than the realities that they are living in? You need to see this. You need to pay attention to this. Now, as a mentee, I want you to know this. And if you've known me for long, you will hear me have said this so many times, over and over and over and over and over again. And what is it? You are never going to get busier. Your life is going to get much more busier than it is right now. You're going to have more responsibilities than you do right now. There's no time life is going to say, okay, I'm going to cut you some slack. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm going to give you a break. Yes, I'm going to give you a 2-month break. Catch up on personal development, catch up on life, catch up on growth, catch up on this. Life ain't going to do that. Life is not going to stop and say, she's had a rough couple of months. Let me give her a 1 month break, then we'll continue. No, life is not going to do that. Life is going to get busier. You come out of this, you're going into another. You were single, you're going to get into a relationship. And relationship is not just pictures and all of that. No, 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 no. That's not what we do in relationships. Relationship is work, because you from another background is meeting with another person from another background, and you all are coming together to build something. So relationship is work. And so you need to be willing to do the work to see the results that you desire to see. And so that means that that's added to the things that you already had. And then let's say you get married, you're going to have children, and people think when they're babies their work. That's not true. The older they get, the more work they become. And use yourself as a case study. When you were a baby, all you needed was food and sleep. Now, when you need money, you go to your parents. When you need advice, you go to your parents. Sometimes you take some of your mother's clothes, some of your mother's shoes. That's work right there. So that means that the responsibility increases the more they get older, not from childhood. The pregnancy is the easy part. The giving birth is the easy part. The training, the oversight, the becoming, that's it. There's more responsibility. You're going to have a job. You're going to run your business. If you're in ministry, you're going to begin to run your ministry. For some of you, God is going to put you in 2, 3 different mountains of influence. That's work right there. You've got to be willing to get the work done. And I want you to type in the chat right now. I'm going to do what needs to be done to get the work done. I'm going to do what needs to be done to get the work done. The work is going to be done, and I'm going to still grow. Because the thing is this, if you consistently keep pushing away your growth, I'm going to get to it later. I'm going to get to it later. Later is not a specific time, so you are never going to get to later. And I know it sounds like I'm being hard right now, but I'm telling you the truth. These are truths that I had to confront. These are truths that I had to look at myself in the face and tell myself, listen, there's never going to be a better time than now. And procrastination is not going to help you. If you keep pushing it, you're never going to get there. You're never going to start it. So the best time to start was yesterday, but now's a good time too. So get started. Mentorship is my responsibility. If I'm going to say that I'm going to sign up for this course, then I have to give myself to that course. I have to dedicate my time, 1 hour daily, 2 hours daily, to ensure that I meet up. Why? Because it's for my own good. COVID happened and the entire world came on standstill. Businesses shut down, everything shut down. What do you know about this new world that we're going into? Because if you think that we're going back to pre-COVID, that's a lie. You're going to be so outdated and so broke and so in trouble. So you need to now spend time to now begin to say, how do I learn to survive in this new world? How do I learn to thrive in this new world? How do I learn to see better results in this new world? And that's why we need to submit to mentorship, especially mentorship and mentorship in our spheres of influence. So this is why we pay for coaching. This is why we say, okay, you've been there. You've studied the trends. Can you show me what's coming? Can you show me what's coming? You've been there. Can you show me how it's going to be? You've been there. Can you understand that these things are difficulties and it needs to be sorted out? It needs to be thought through. That while we are on the fast-paced world, at some point we need to sit down and ask ourselves, in this changing world, what are my odds at being great? What are my odds at thriving? What are my odds at doing better than I did in the previous times? What are my odds of growing? Are my odds of becoming? What are my odds of thriving? What are my odds of understanding the new? What are my odds of building systems and structures that will outlive me? What am I leaving for my children? What am I leaving for my future? What am I leaving? What am I leaving behind? What am I leaving behind? What am I leaving behind? I've got to ask myself these questions every day. I wake up in the morning and it's not just another day to go and hustle. There's got to be another day to learn, another day to get better, another day to improve, another day to thrive, another day to ask questions, another day to see differently, another day to live differently, another day to understand differently, another day to sow the right seeds in learning, the right seeds in submitting to authority and to accountability, another day to understand that my tomorrow is determined by the very decisions I make daily. And so it's going to propel me to make the right decisions, especially in mentorship. So, mentorship, it's a shared responsibility. However, the sharing is not even. It's 90% you, 10% your mentor. And whether you're a mentor or a mentee, you've got to take the job seriously. It's not just something to while away time and to prove a point, but it's something to invest in and not to trivialize. Let me know how you feel about what I just talked to you about in the chat. I want to hear from you. All right. Love you guys, and I'll see you some other time tomorrow or next week or whenever it's going to be. And we're going to talk about more things. Later, guys. You're loved.